Hi, this is Puka here at KOHS with my good friend Paul Evans. Today we are going to be talking about the MVP race. Paul, at this point in the NBA, who do you take as your MVP?
I gotta take James Harden. The the Rockets are doing awesome this year. They're 35-13, second best record in a strong Western Conference. You okay? And he's averaging 35-9. Last year, he almost averaged a triple double with him and Westbrook going back and forth. I feel like those rebounds really got taken away once Clint Capella really learned how to step up. But I would have to go with James Harden. What about you?
I'm gonna kill you, Paul. Who did you write down? I definitely have to go with LeBron James. Consistently the best player in the league every year. He's averaging 27, 8, and 9 right now.
Right.
Even though the team's struggling right now, he's definitely
four losses away from being seventh in the East in a very weak conference.
That's all right, and they're two wins away from being the first in the East.
They're not. They're about 5.
No, it's 4. It's 4.
No, you're right.
I'd like to correct myself. It's 4 wins away from being number 1 in the East. And
right.
With them not playing the best basketball right now and being the 3 seed, LeBron James is obviously the MVP. He should be it every year. They could have gave it to Jordan every year.
Right, they could have.
Give it to LeBron every
They
year.
didn't, though.
Because
of the fatigue.
LeBron is
James
the best
Harden
player.
has never won an MVP.
Because he's not the most valuable player.
He is the most valuable player.
No, he's not.
You take him off the Rockets, and they haven't won the game this year.
That is a lie. They did not. I'm pretty sure they won 3 games without him.
No, they won 3 games without Chris Paul and Clint Capella. James Harden still played, and they won those games.
No, when James Harden has missed 7 games right now, and I'm pretty sure they won 4 of those games while he was gone.
You're right.
So he's obviously not the most valuable. If you were to take LeBron off the Cavaliers right now, they would probably be 0-27.
You really think so?
0-47 to be exact. So LeBron James.
Well, you can say that with just
MVP.
about anyone, though. You take Donovan Mitchell off the Jazz, and they're 10 losses less than they have, or more than they have right now, and he's not the MVP.
Well, the Jazz are a mediocre team who don't have.
The Cavaliers
are
a mediocre team. They just lost to the Thunder by 24.
That was about 3 weeks ago, and if the Jazz would have played Thunder, if the Jazz were to play the Thunder, they're obviously not a close game. Holy cow! But easily, as I was saying before, LeBron James is easily the best player in the. He's obviously the best player in the world, and
obviously, and I think we both agree. Yeah. But the best player is not the most valuable player.
Yes, he is.
No.
That's a very contradicting statement right there.
Obviously,
Paul.
because the NBA has really gone back and forth with what they call the most valuable player, giving it to Russell Westbrook last year when his team didn't do that good, or giving it to Steph Curry back-to-back years. He was just simply the best player on the best team the first year. I don't know. It just depends on what they call it this year. Yes, but this year, I think they're going to go back to one of the best players on one of the best teams, and that's James Harden.
I don't know. To me, if I were to pick an MVP off the Rockets, it would definitely be Chris Paul. He's the glue that holds that team together. Without Chris Paul, there is no.
You're right, and
they're not the best team right now. They're not even the best team in the West.
You're right, but they are the best team in the West. Not statistically, they have beaten the number 1 seed twice this year, and those games, one was off a. Well, luckily, the Kevin Durant shot got called off in the final seconds, and they won that game on opening night. The next game was a 15-point win just the other night on the 20th. But James Harden has the same stats as Chris Paul, but just a little more. James Harden's averaging 30 points, not 19. He's averaging 9 assists, not 8. Averaging 5 rebounds, not 3. He's everything Chris Paul is and more.
Okay. Well, my MVP was LeBron James, and LeBron James is putting up better numbers than.
You're right, on the worst team, in a worse conference.
In a worse conference, but he does play both. And when he does play the Cavs or the Warriors, he has lost both times. But the Rockets do this every year. They always play good against the Warriors in the regular season, but always end up choking against them in the playoffs. So regular season wins don't mean as much right now.
They really don't, but with a team dysfunctional as the Cavs, like, you wonder if LeBron's really doing the job he says he set out to do, is to be a leader and, like, the main point of that team. It looks like that has not been the case this year.
Obviously has, because even them being dysfunctional, still putting up 27, 8, and 9 is still great.
But
even when your teams,
those stats don't win you ball games.
They do. They're still winning ball games.
They've lost.
They're 4-6 in the last 10 games.
Right.
Playing very terrible right now, but still are
playing
leading.
Bad teams too.
Still leading the East. But so there you had it. Paul Evans taking James Harden, and me, Puka Nacua, taking LeBron James as the MVP. We are here at KOHS. Have a great day, Orem. Stay classy.